Good morning. Good morning. Big Square, roadtoroota.com with your morning horn of Z's, your sip of coffee. So much to go through. I don't even know where to start, really. So, of course, I'll go to Zero Hedge, as they tend to pick up the big things that are going on. And then I analyze them and spin them according to the Road to Roota theory. And yes, the good guys are winning. As we see the number one story today, Senate Judiciary Chair calls for special prosecutor probe of Uranium 1 deal. The bad guys' past deeds are unraveling quickly. And this leads into a whole lot of things that was going on in the Obama administration by the bad guys. Now, you could go back to the Bush administration as well, or the Clinton administration, Bill Clinton. I mean, there's just so much criminality that was going on in the deep state. But Obama really took it to the next level. They thought they could do anything they wanted, and they had control of every part of the government. And now that's coming to bite them in the butt. All this is springing because it was found out that the Clinton campaign and the DNC paid for the dossier, which led to the Trump-Russia collusion allegations. Absolutely, this should be investigated. This is a Clinton-Russia collusion proof. I mean, it has not been denied that they funded these guys to go do this dossier. CNN is trying to spin it that the connection is not there. It was no one specific within each committee that was getting the information, which is a bunch of bull crap, because CNN might go down with them. And this is, yes, it's a big deal. Hillary Clinton sold off 20% of the U.S. uranium to Russia. I mean, give me a break. And Obama was in on it, and they made a whole lot of money. $145 million for the Clinton Foundation, and that foundation money gets thrown into this little spin pool by some of the internal guys that funnels the money out to the individuals involved. Hillary Clinton gets the biggest chunk. Obama got a chunk. Everybody gets a chunk of this criminal enterprise. The Podesta brothers. Yeah, this is big. This is the, remember when Trump said calm before the storm? Well, we're hitting the storm, and tomorrow's the last day for the JFK documents. I don't know what's in them. There's a reason they held them back for so long. A lot of people saying, well, no, that was just, it proves there was a second shooter, but it's like two lone gunmen, and they say the second shooter was Bobby Kennedy's, the team he put together to assassinate Castro. So that could be the spin, that it's not a big conspiracy, it's a little conspiracy. And they were trying to protect the Kennedy family from, the bad headlines. Whether or not that's true, it could be. And one guy went rogue and killed his brother. I don't know. Truthfully, I don't know. We're gonna find out tomorrow, though. How exciting is that? But what that would do, if that scenario is what comes through, it'll do a few things. Number one, it'll show that our U.S. government is hiding things from the public. Number two, it'll show there were two shooters, which solves a lot of the problems with, the magic bullet theory and all that. Number three, it'll call into question any type of true investigation that went on in any of these false flags, which is, that's what I'm excited about, is the FBI and the CIA and our government will be called into question, and as well they should be. This investigation into Clinton involves the Department of Justice, the CIA, the FBI, the NSA, you name it. Every department that was in on it, it's the top level people that were in on it, that were involved, and they do have a whistleblower as well. So it'll be really interesting. Definitely chaos. The time is ripe now for the bad guys to pull one of their final false flags. So look out. Will it be setting off nukes? Will it be, I don't know what it's going to be. But they're going down in a flame of glory, so they a lot of them who have their hand on a couple triggers can do anything they want, but now is the time. And we will see what happens. Neocons are winning. America's fear of North Korea is rising. That's all media-based. Everything is media-based and the deep state-based. I'm not afraid of North Korea. Why would I be? This is the biggest stock buyer 2018. That's commercial. Let's see what else. Home sales explode in storm-soaked September. Biggest jump in over 25 years. Following existing home sales, modest bounce, new home sales in September exploded by 20% month on month. The biggest jump since January 1992 and the highest since 2007. What does that tell me? It tells me there's free money out there and people don't think that free money is going to be around for much longer. So yes, now is the time to refinance a house because it's so cheap to do. We'll see what happens to that in the near future. Martin Armstrong has the housing market topping in 2016 and bottoming in 2035 or 36. So yeah, if you're trying to invest in a house as an investment, not a place to live, good luck with that. Looney plunges after Bank of Canada keeps rates unchanged. That was planned by nothing plunges without the plunge protection team in there clicking their mouse saying, okay, we're going to make this go down because of this reason for this day, and then we'll get it to where we want the next day, and it's ridiculous. Someone just panicked, bid for over $2 billion notional in gold futures. Shortly after Mexico announced it would increase its FX hedging program due to inflation fears, someone decided it was the right time to buy over 17,000 gold future contracts, over $2 billion notional, driving the precious metals up to its 100 MDA once again. Now, see, that's manipulation. Again, if you're going to buy that much gold, why not do it slowly so you don't make the price rise? That was a manipulation. Probably the U.S. government was involved in it because they want the price of gold to go up. Yes, they understand that the price of gold is linked to so many things, and number one concern of the Federal Reserve is to control the price of gold. Catalan separatists warn the moment has come as Puigdemont suddenly cancels Parliament appearance. The moment has come to defend the Republic. It's going to get messy in Spain. Yes, I believe in the rebellion. I believe they should exercise their rights and split from Spain. But they have to realize that they will be living in poverty very fast. They don't have the infrastructure. They don't have a monetary system. They don't have anything. That's the idea. That's why these large government institutions set up these situations where the people in the states are nanny states, are literally been taken care of by the federal government for so long, they don't know how to do it on their own. So it'll be, everybody say, yeah, we're free, we broke away from Spain, and then all of a sudden they'll look and like, holy shit, everything's falling apart. We have no credit, we have no money, we have no power, we have no energy. All that came from the federal government. So yeah, you can talk all the tough talk you want. Spain controls the keys to your power, your infrastructure, your money. The EU controls your money, and if they don't like you, they don't want you doing this, they'll just shut it off. Absolutely. And what would Catalan do without any power? They have to rebuild, and you got to think through these things. I'm not saying I'm against it. I'm just saying don't expect anybody's help in doing what you're doing. So you're going to have to fend for yourself. I think that's what's going to go on in the States too. We're going to have to fend for ourselves. So yeah, it could come to war even. Especially the Catalonians saying, "Oh my God, we need power. We're going to confiscate this power plant, this federally owned power plant." And then the federal government comes in. No, we got the troops. We'll take you out, and it gets ugly. So we'll see what happens. Republican Trump resistance is transforming moderates into mavericks. The reality is Trump has alienated both sides because both sides will be taken down in the coming chaos. And the chaos is revelations of past deeds, be it Uranium 1, be it the pedophile situation, be it the deep state, be it you name it, it's going to come out. And Trump doesn't want to be associated with the left or the right. He's going back to, hey, I was hired to drain the swamp, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. I hear a third of Congress will be gone by this time next year. So hang on to your hats. Mexican peso spikes. Again, the value of a currency goes up and down based on what Steve Mnuchin decides for that day. So yes, it can spike, it can crash, it can go up, down, or sideways. It's a click of a mouse on a computer that controls this stuff. There's no free markets anymore in anything. Let's see. Flake won't rule out challenging Trump in 2020 presidential race. This guy Flake from Arizona apparently is involved in the pedophilia rings with John McCain, and they have this foundation that's supposed to take care of little boys, and apparently they have been abusing that foundation. So keep an eye on that. Flake won't be around much longer. He'll probably be in jail by 2020, hopefully. Hillary Clinton lied, paid for the Trump dossier. Yes, that was the breaking news last night. And there's no way to spin this. You know, it's been proven that they paid for the Trump dossier, the Russian collusion dossier. Clinton and the DNC, W. Washington Schultz. Here's the other thing. Trump has all this information, and I've said this all along. He's got all the information. He's got all the emails. The NSA steals every email from everybody, no matter what. So they have all this information. At any moment, Trump could have opened his kimono and say, hey, you know, remember when he was struggling, they go, we're going to get him out, we're going to impeach him. At any moment, he could have opened up all this information for humanity and said, hey, look what she did. You know, this happened, that happened. You know, the Uma Abedin, 650,000 emails could have been dumped onto the market, and the world would have said, oh my God. But it wasn't time. It wasn't time yet. Trump has been timing this whole thing. Steve Bannon leaving was a big sign that it's time to dump a lot of this information. I think the dump should be everything, including you know, every disclosure needed by humanity. Hold nothing back, which means we get into the secret space program and all that stuff. It's going to be crazy. Yeah, absolutely. You're going to need some physical cash. You're going to need some silver, maybe a little bit of gold. You're going to need a lot of cryptos because the world is going to change very fast. And these are just signs that it is all happening. I think it'll speed up as the information starts trickling out. Julian Assange has a lot to dump on the market as far as emails. And if Julian Assange has all this stuff, which he does, you know, if you have Podesta's emails, you got all Hillary Clinton's emails, and they're all out there. You know, the NSA steals every email there is. It's the question of when does Trump want to release it? And I think now is the time. Over the next few weeks and months, we're going to see what was planned on the cover of the Economist magazine for 2017. If you go back to you can get my report at roadruler.com on that, and it definitely has Trump releasing all this information and using good judgment to release it, which he obviously has up to now. He could have released a lot of it and saved himself a lot of pain and suffering of the last, what has been, 10, 8, 9 months that he's been in office. But now is the time. He's got no affiliation to the left and no affiliation to the right. It's time to open the kimono and say, here's what I've known all along, and here's what the American people should know. I wouldn't be surprised to see Hillary and Bill Clinton and some of the Trumps end up to have died in the very near future. I think some of them are already dead, and they're just pulling out stunt doubles to to carry on the show. But yes, this is when a lot of the politicians step down, as we've been seeing, and a lot of older politicians die off and go to that Kinley Island of misfit bad guys. We will see what happens. Here's another great example. Founding trio of $158 billion private equity titan Carlyle Group, which is the most criminal of all the hedge funds, is stepping down from day-to-day operations. Carlyle, the favorite equity firm of Washington, D.C. and the military-industrial complex, has named 2 executives as successors to the aging founders. Like I said, they're going to start going away. These bad guys are going away. Carlyle Group is probably in the sights of the justice system. Absolutely criminal. If you want to know where the lair of the deep state is, it's at Carlyle Group. Very interesting stuff. Very exciting days. This last one, we built a 1,000-year cryptocurrency, and it works on multiple blockchains. It sounds like atomic swaps. But I read a little bit of this. The coin is called Metronome. Some of the original crypto guys are working on it. Is it possible? Yes, anything's possible. Are his claims greater than what he can produce right now? Absolutely. But might want to take a look at it. Not sure. I guess that would be a long-term look into Cliff High's data. I'll send him an email and see if he can take a look at that for us. Metronome, will it be here in 20 years, 30 years, 40 years? That's kind of the key to this plan they have. And if it is, it might be something to invest in. If it's not, it's just another hyped up cryptocurrency. So I'll put that request in. We'll see if Cliff has time for it. And that's it for me right now. I do have a lot to talk about the JFK stuff. And I'll be talking with V, the Guerrilla Economist, at 10 a.m. Pacific time. And he's going to have to pay up on the bet tomorrow. We had a bet. I said Trump would release the JFK documents. He said he would not. No way he would. So he's going to owe me 1 Litecoin, which is a great bet. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys later.